morning. Welcome to Crochet with Nonna Rosanna. I'm Rosanna. Today is WIP weekend number 145. Yes, it is Friday, January 31st, 2025. I hope you've all had a wonderful week. I have had a hectic week. It's been quite busy this week. I thought I'd help my husband out. On Monday, I went to my mother-in-law's apartment at the senior center, and I cleaned out all the drawers and all the cabinets and basically got all the little things all packed up for whatever grandchild wants it, and just cleaned and tidied there. So I spent the whole day there. I was exhausted, just simply exhausted. It's not as much work as it was in the summertime when my husband and I were cleaning out the house, but it was quite busy. And on Wednesday, I went to yoga. I just love it. I feel so relaxed and just very calm after yoga. And didn't go out to lunch with my girlfriends. I met my son after yoga, and we got Margaret's old lazy boy. Well, it's not old, it's fairly new, but it's one of those that helps push people up. You can lay back, or it helps people get out of the chairs. So my son has a truck, so Jonathan and I lifted this thing into his truck and drove it down to my stepdad's condo, and he loves it. It's helping him so much. He has deteriorated a lot in the last few weeks, and is losing his muscle mass, has lost 30 pounds, and we're really worried about him. They had to cancel the appointment today that we had because the biopsy wasn't done yet. But besides that, yesterday he was in so much pain and everything, and the nurse practitioner of the oncologist that we go see suggested we go into emergency. So we went to emergency. I called for the ambulance EMS at 11:30, and I thought if I got to the hospital by 12:30, he'll be in his room, everything will be great. I got to the hospital, he still wasn't there yet. So I called and I found what's going on. They were so busy, they were pulling ambulances from other cities around us in Burlington and Mississauga. They were so busy. So it was awful. My poor stepdad had to sit in a chair and wait and wait and wait. We didn't get a room, so they probably came about 1 o'clock. So I had been sitting there for a while by myself, and I was doing my crocheting. They probably arrived about 1:30 with my dad because he was so weak I couldn't even get him down into the car, so we needed the ambulance to be there. And we didn't get a room till 5 o'clock. It was unbelievable. He was in pain all day. And at one point I said to the nurse, how much longer? He hasn't had his pain meds since 10 o'clock in the morning, and he could have already had 2 doses by now. And she said, oh, he's fourth on the list. I can't tell you how long. I said, well, he hasn't had pain meds. And I was trying to explain to her. And she says, you know what? You should probably go get them. So I raced down to my dad's place, got the pain meds because he forgot them, and came back. And as I was walking through the doors, they were just putting him in a room. So they hooked him up with an IV and gave him some pain meds through the IV. They did another CAT scan with dye. Doesn't look good. It's progressing very quickly. So now we won't have an appointment till next Wednesday because the biopsies weren't ready. So it's going to be very slow, that. And my stepdad has a daughter, and she showed up probably about 6:30, 7 o'clock. So I left because I hadn't eaten all day. I hadn't had breakfast. I hadn't had lunch. I just had my one coffee in the morning. So I came home and I told her, you know, she's younger than me and she's still working. I told her if the doctors haven't come in and said anything by 11 o'clock, text me and I'll go back because I could have slept today where she had to go to work. But they left the hospital about 10:30, and I'm on the way to my stepdad's house. So they dropped off a prescription for me. So I went and got it filled this morning. It is actually early afternoon, but I always open with good morning. So I thought I'd open like that. So I went down to my dad's, brought him his prescription first thing this morning. I made him some scrambled eggs, made some toast, but he didn't want toast. But I'm so happy, like he's not eating at all. I'm so happy he did eat. I did 2 scrambled eggs for him, and he did eat that. So I'm really pleased. And then his daughter is going to be going there, mid-afternoon and stay with him and do something for him for his dinner. So I'm very appreciative for the help. So that's been my crazy week. I said I wasn't going to do anything. I was going to relax, but that didn't happen. Just going to get a sip of my soda water here. I came home and had some lunch, and then I thought I better do my video, or so I'm going to forget to do it, or I'm going to forget something. And I was planning on the Thursday on the 30th to add in some pictures of other people that did the book cover inspiration, but with everything that was going on with my dad, completely forgot. So it uploaded automatically. And I do have some more pictures. So I think we're going to start today with the book cover inspiration. I'm going to move over. Here is the book that we did for January. And it was a fabulous book, and just fabulous, a Daniel Steele book. So I just wanted to show, I've got 3 or 4 more people that had sent in projects. I said that Kathy wasn't finished, but she did get finished, and she did send an email to me, and I got a few other ones. So I'm going to move over, and I'm going to show you the rest of the submissions. They're just beautiful. So let me move over. And my kitty cat just showed up. So I'm going to be looking down, but I'm going to try and get a big picture here of the items that were made. So Sue's from PEI. She's doing a 9-inch block called Coral and Stone, and it's by Beatrice Ryan Designs. The colors she's used are Loops and Threads Soft Classic in white and royal blue, and Red Heart Super Safer in saffron. I think it's a beautiful square, and then if she makes 12 for the year, it'll make a lovely blanket. Thank you so much, Sue, for sending that in. And then we have Kathy, and Kathy is from Yarn with Heart. And she did finish her project, and I don't know how she does it. She's been knitting a lot, and she finished a knitted project in 1 week. And it's the Angeled Stripe Knit Shawl, and it's on Yarn Inspiration. I believe it's a free pattern. Excuse me. And the colors are Banat Super Value in Navy, Ice Yarn Softy Baby in turquoise, which is a beautiful color. And the Mary Maxim, I think she got in one of her surprise bags from Mary Maxim, and that's in the gold. It's beautiful. I just love the way it turned out. Fantastic. And like I said, she's a very new knitter like I am, and she's doing way more items than I'm doing, but it's beautiful. Thank you, Kathy. And Kathy is from Yarn with Heart, and I will link her channel below. And then we have another item from Sue, and Sue is from New Zealand, and she is a knitter, and her knitting, as you can see, is beautiful. And the colors are from their local rugby team, so I thought that was fantastic. And she tried crocheting, but she just can't crochet. When you learn a new craft, it's always difficult at the first. And she's a complete opposite from me. I started crocheting, and now I'm moving into knitting. But I love the baby sweater and hat. The colors are fantastic, and I think it's great that it's the same color as your rugby team. And this sweater and hat will be donated. Sue, I love that. I love when I hear people donating items. So thank you so much, Sue, and I hope you're enjoying your warm weather. Our weather here has been frightfully cold, but today it's above freezing, and it's raining out, so it's a gloomy, rainy day. My cat's sitting right here in my lap. And it's a great day to stay in and knit and crochet, so I'm hoping to do that once I finish my video. And then our next item is from Carlotta. Carlotta has been doing this for 3 years now. Thank you, Carlotta, for participating every month. And last year, let's show this year's first. She made a beautiful baby C2C blanket. It's the perfect pattern for the book, just perfect. It's so cute. And it's called the Airplane Baby Blanket Graph, and it's by Winding Road Crochet, and it's a pattern that you can find on Etsy. It's just perfect. You did a fabulous job. And last year, Carlotta did a blanket, and she was going to do several stripes each month to for each book that came out. And it is stunning, Carlotta. Just beautiful on the back of your couch. It's gorgeous. And she found out she's really not a year-long project maker, and nor am I. Once I start something, I love seeing it to completion, and it's hard to watch it grow slowly month to month and week to week. So she's back to making one item per month. So thank you, Carlotta. And like I said, your blankets are stunning and always beautiful. So those were the, oh, do I have one more? I I don't have any more book cover inspiration, but Sandy M sent me some beautiful pictures. She's been donating blankets to the Boggy Creek blanket drive, and that was started by Nancy at She's Got Yarn too, and it's a fabulous thing to donate to. I was going to, but I priced it out, and for me to send two blankets to Florida, it will be almost $200, and I just can't afford to do that. So that's why I donate locally. But it's a fabulous fabulous place to donate. I watched a couple of videos where they actually went to the camp, and it's a camp for children with long-term disabilities and long-term cancer and diseases. So I think it's a fabulous place. But these blankets that I've been showing here while I've been speaking were all made by Sandy, and she's donating them to there. So Sandy, I love that you can donate. Thank you. Okay, let's start now. Now that I've finished that, because I was all kerfuddled this week with Brian and everything going on, let's go into my finished items. I'm going to move over. Got the kitty cat on my lap, so I'm back further than normal. I've got a couple finished items. I finished my book cover inspiration, and it is just a granny square, 6 rounds, and then 1 round of the gold. And I just love the way the colors turned out. I'm always worried when I pick my colors. Let me just get back here to get the color back to regular. There we go. I'm always worried with, I've put a shelf here so I can put the blankets on. I'm always worried that they're not going to turn out, but it looks great in the cover. And when you put those colors together, it's amazing how great they look together. I'm really surprised. So I finished that blanket. And then I finished my socks that I made for my daughter. And I'm so pleased. My toes turned out fantastic. It's the best I've ever done. There's a couple little open spaces that I can see, but you know what? I am so happy with these socks. I'm getting better and better and a little bit quicker. It didn't take me almost 4 months. It took me less than 3 months to do them. So I only dedicate a little bit in the morning when I'm watching my news from the States, from Canada, from afar, and some of my true crime. So that's when I dedicate my time to knitting. So these are the socks, and I used Paint and Croy sock, and the color is 50s stripe. So I have started another pair. I've got 5 rounds done on those, but they're in the car. I forgot them in the car. So I will show them to you on my next WIP because those WIPs go on forever. And if you're a knitter and you make socks, maybe you can let me know. I think I'm a very tight knitter because I hear some other knitters using 50 grams for 2 pairs of socks. And I'm using 50 grams for basically 1 pair of sock. And like this is what I've got left out of each ball. I did make these cuffs a little longer. I did do, I believe, 60 rounds here. And this is a size 9 foot. So I'm not sure what I'm doing, but I use a lot of yarn when I knit, I guess. If anybody could tell me if it's if I am knitting too tight or what it is, why I'm using so much yarn, I have no idea. But I don't mind because I only have 2 little scrap balls, and I think this is going to be enough to put into my mom's memory blanket. So I'm going to add that to my mom's memory blanket. So those are finished. And then I worked on, did I show you already? No, I don't think I did. I worked on a movie marquee blanket that I had started, I believe, last week or the week before, and I completed that. And here's the marquee here. I believe it's a Sesame Street movie. And here is the blanket. And this is the top of the blanket that I ended on. And this is spring green from Red Heart. And this is a pale yellow from Red Heart. And this is an orange, I believe, from Red Heart. And then light blue in Red Heart. And then the orange at the bottom and the greens and the yellows are different. So I've opposited the brightness of it. So it's a brighter orange, a paler yellow, and a brighter green and a paler green. Sorry, opposite way. So I love the way this turned out. It reminds me of spring. I just love it. So I used mostly my scraps, except I used a full ball of the light blue. So I love the way it turned out, and another blanket to add to my donation pile. So my wheelchair blankets are approximately, give or take 1 or 2 inches. It doesn't matter, but they are approximately 30 inches wide, so they don't fall into the wheel wells of the wheels, and 40 inches long, so they don't drag at the bottom of the wheelchair. So that's my blanket for my movie marquee this month. Loved how it turned out. I wasn't sure at first, but it just reminds me of spring. My cat's slipping on me. It reminds me of spring, and I hope someone will enjoy it. I will contact them in a couple months and see if they want me to donate some then or wait till Christmas time again. I don't mind keeping them here. I've got a dresser right over here, and a lot of the drawers are empty, so I've just been putting the blankets in the drawers. So those are the 3 items that I finished this week. And let's move on to my WIPs. My first WIP I made, pardon me, I need another sip. I am just go, go, go today. I'm very thirsty. As I have been at the hospital quite a bit in the last week and a half, I have been making several squares. So I have got this many squares completed in the colors. I like doing the colors because I love the way they turn out. They're just so pretty. And I am using fingering weight yarn, and the whole blanket is in fingering weight. And then I've got natural. It gets blown out. I should probably take pictures of it. And it's just I'm putting these between every square. So hopefully this weekend we won't be doing anything, and I can sit down and sew these in while I'm watching the hockey game. And I believe there's a couple hockey games this weekend. So I did get quite a bit done. I do have to make quite a bit more of the just natural color ones, but I'm really enjoying this blanket. It is almost coming to an end. I'll probably get it done in the next couple months, but I've thoroughly enjoyed making this blanket, and reminds me of my mother every time I pick up a square to do. So really pleased. I got a lot of those done. My paint by number, I'm just going to flash it up quickly. I don't think I got much of it done. I haven't. So that's it there. It still looks like a jumbled mess because I haven't put any of the tree branches in yet. So I'm just working on the colors around the branches. The branches itself are very dark, so I leave those till the end in between all the colors, but it really is turning out pretty. I love the colors, and like I said before, it looks like watercolor paint to me. She's looking at the painting also. I did nothing on my cross stitch. I was giving my hand a rest because I get carpal tunnel, and it's from sewing the X's with the tiny needle, and it puts a lot of strain through here in your hand. So I didn't do any of that this week. I have been knitting quite a few things. I am knitting another washcloth. So I'm almost halfway through done another washcloth. And like I've been knitting, but not really, like just a couple minutes, and I have been working on the mitten for my grandson. I've gone down to smaller sizes, and I'm just following the pattern using needles that are 3 sizes. Oh, she's at the yarn, going for the yarn. 3 sizes smaller than recommended. So it's a very, very tight knit, which is perfect for kids to keep their hands warmer. And it's working up really well and really fast. I'm hoping to get this done this weekend. We'll see. If I can just sit and relax, and I get more done on the weekends because my husband likes to sleep in, so I don't like to make too much noise. So I sit and I watch a lot more YouTube channels than I should be watching, and I knit and crochet and do all my other arts and crafts here in my new yarn room. And I do like it. At first, I was worried, going up and down the stairs a lot. But I really enjoy being up here. And the cat loves her little table that she looks out in the afternoon and she's sleeping on. But she's missed me because it's been 2 days in a row that I've been out, and I'm a homebody and I love staying in. So she's been missing me and wants to sit on my lap. So that's where she is right now in front of me. What else have I been doing? I'm behind on watching all my videos, so I'm not sure what my next movie marquee colors are going to be, or my butterfly colors are going to be for Judy's butterfly mal, but I will find out this weekend, and I will start on one or both of them this weekend. I think that's it. I'm just looking. Yeah, I've not started anything new on crochet since I finished the movie marquee blanket. There she goes. I'll move up now. But I will be starting something shortly. So I think that's it for today. I hope you have a wonderful weekend. I'm looking forward to a relaxing weekend, I hope. Oh, and last weekend, my husband and I went out. My girlfriend retired, and her husband threw her a little party in the afternoon. It was quite nice. We went over around 2 o'clock. She had beautiful hors d'oeuvres out. Well, I think he catered it. Beautiful hors d'oeuvres out, wine and champagne and beer. And we just sat around for a couple of hours, talking to a whole bunch of people. And then Colin and I left. Like, we just weren't in the party mood, but I wanted to go and show my support for my girlfriend. So we did have a nice time out. And then we came home and watched the hockey game Saturday night. So we're hoping. My husband's going to be moving all the furniture out of Margaret's apartment at the senior center, and then I think we're done with that, and we'll just have to look after my dad now. So relaxing weekend. I'll go over sometime, bring my dad some food, and pick him up whatever he needs. So on that note, I'm going to say goodbye. Have a wonderful WIP weekend, and I will see you soon. Bye for now.